this way. So that's how we have done input to output mapping based on the input criteria. We have a label structure and label mapping, number and name mapping, and we have an input where the label number and label value mapping. So based on this structure, we created this output. Hello guys, welcome back to our new use cases. This time we have another use cases, and this is video is all about input to output series. So as always, let me explain you what is the input. So what kind of requirement we have? So we have a label. We can say this is the label, and this is the data. Okay, and we need to generate this output. Okay, how? So let me explain. As you can see, this is the output we need to generate based on the input. So let me explain what kind of requirement it is. So basically, this is decided the structure, means they have explained, or basically we have a requirement like that. We have a 74 is the, we can say, label, and label name is name. So 74 identify that I am a name, but in 74.1 it is identify that it is a given name. Okay, 5, for example, 5 label number is 5, and what is the label value, or we can say the label name. So for the label number 5, we have a label value is your company name. So uh, so as other label also defined like this way. So this is a kind of structure, I can say structure, which define uh, the output structure as well as label number and label name. But how exactly we are getting a data? So we are getting a data is like this way. For example, data is coming like 5, label number 5, we have this value, but don't confuse with this number 5 and this. So so here in the label data, we have a label number and label name, but in actual data we have a mapping of label number and label value. So here are we have a three things: label number, label name, and label value. So it's the same way for 74.1, we have a label value is ZAP, but the label name is given name. So that's how actually this is requirement is given. And what need to be generated? We need to generate this structure, and the label number should be replaced by label name, and label value should be replaced by this value. So if I see this in this label as a, because the supporting data, and this is the actual data is coming in a payload, so we need to generate this output. So don't confuse with yes, this is coming in the input. Let me make it here yes, and here also yes. So let me explain you. Yes. So we have, as you can see that this is the input is coming and this output is going to generate. So as you can see that the name is coming, and given name and family name is coming, your company name is coming, which college did you work with. So this is the output we need to generate. How? Basically why? Based on those values. So as you can see that, so we receive a for label number 1 we receive this value. So it will be, so basically this particular we can say the label number and label value come into the final output. So we have identified that this one label is matching with the input label. 74.1 is also matching, 70.2 also matching, 76.3 is also matching. So whatever value is not matching, we will only replace with by label name. For example, as you can see that we need to generate this structure from this, and as you can see that the 74 value is not coming. So 74 value, what value we have, what name we have in 74 name. So it should be given as a name, as you can see that name. Okay, and in case of your company name, your company name is 5, your company name is 5, but as you can see that it is coming like in the structure, but here we don't have any label number, we have a label name and label value. So let's get started this data view. So maximize, delete. First of all, what payload we have? We have this payload. Paste. Okay, this is need to generate output. Let me remove that, and what label we have. Let me copy label. So where label structure, I can say. Okay, this is the label structure we have. Okay, let me print here label structure. It is printing a label structure. Okay, so uh, let me make a label object here. So I'm going to basically variable label object. So key value pair. Okay, key value pair. So let me create one function for that. Function label object object creation. So I'm going to pass label data. So as I know that label data is objects, so I'm going to apply map object over that. Map object. I got the value. I'm going to apply match condition. Case value is object, then key and value. Again I'm iterating the same one. I will explain you later. Let me write else condition. So else condition, we have data colon enter key comma value. Okay, so let me call this function here and let me pass label data, label structure data. Once I pass that, let me print this label. So as you can see that what we have. So basically we are creating a label object creation function, and that label object creation function basically iterate over label data. This is the label data, and we have iterate over if value is object, then we are calling back again. If value is not object, it's simple key value pair. Key is a string and value is a string. So this condition is satisfied. As you can see that this is the data, and here I've used the bracket. So basically this this bracket is basically dynamic. Whatever value of the key, it will be populated dynamically. But as you can see, data I have not enclosed with the double quote, so it's basically hard coding data. So what is the benefit of this? So basically I'm going to retrieve all key value pair in a single label star data. So as you can see that those values coming in a single label, all values. For example, let me show you. For example, five. So 5, your company. For example, 74 having name, 74.1 having given name. So let me make it object constructor. So basically I am going to convert array to object using object constructor. So as you can see that my object is created, and so all this basically this structure, I have this structure, I have a key value pair. This is the key, label number is a key, and the label name is a value. Okay, so I've successfully created label object. Let me work on a existing. So I am going to basically replace label number with label name and value with the label value. So let me do that. So before that, I'm going to create one more function. So basically the function name is mapping fields. Okay, this mapping field is given taking as data. I'm going to apply a kind of same function over here. Okay, same. So basically let me explain you. So mapping fields data. So here data map object value key. Let me calling the same function again here. I've called the same function again here, value, and this time I don't need a key data. I want this key and value pair. Okay, so let me call this function here, and I'm going to pass label as an object. Okay, label structure. So as you can see that I created one function mapping fields. Here I'm going to do mapping. I'm going to replace a key. As you can see that the key is coming a label number. I'm going to replace it with the label name, and the value I'm going to replace with the actual value. So basically this input is converted to this output. The label number is converted to label name, and the value is converted to whatever value is coming from the input. So let me do that. So as you can see that we created a one label object. So all key I'm going to replace from as string. Let me make bracket because it is dynamic, that's why we need to make bracket. Okay, and same thing I'm going to do for this key also. So as you can see that if I control Z, if I control Z, as you can see that I am basically mapping field. I have passed the label structure, this label structure. This is basically this label structure I have passed to one function, and that function is simply iterating over that label structure. So as you can see that the same output is coming. If I replace the key with this structure, so as you can see that all number replaced by label name. Okay, why? Because I know the key name and I have created this object. Let me basically show you this object. So this object having a number and name mapping. Okay, and when I passing a number here in this basically particular, yeah, when I passing a number here, it will retrieve the value. So for example, it will retrieve the value. For example, if I show you that I am passing a 5, so 5, if I pass 5 here, then it will retrieve your company name. So that's what this function is doing. Let me do that. Function calling control Y. Label structure. Okay, so as of now we have done that. We basically replace the all label number with the label name. This is time we are going to replace label value. How? Very simple. This is also object, right? So payload, instead of value it should be payload, and so value, so instead of payload, instead of basically value, we are going to replace basically a label number with label value. We already done the label name mapping, but we just need to do the value mapping also. So what I'm going to do, I am simply going to replace. So let me copy payload bracket, and I'm going to pass this one as it is. Okay, so as you can see that the final, basically we have fulfilled the value. Before that it's basically label name and label name here, but now we have a value. Okay, so let me, and as you can see that the sum are the null because we don't have a value for this. Okay, so let me skip all those values, skip null on everywhere. Yes, so as you can see that these are the payload, and this is the structure having label number and label name, and from the input we are getting a number and value mapping. So we need to basically convert this input payload into this structure with label name and label value. So as you can see that the name we have, it's basically the given name and family name should come under like this way only. But what is a 74? 74 is nothing but a label number. What is the value? Name. So that's why you are seeing the name here. And what is 74.1? It's nothing but the given name. That's why you're getting given name. And 74.1 value is coming from input, which is what is the value? This is the ZAP, and this is the Bozos. And which college did you work with? Which college did you work with? For example, 5. Do we get 5 value? Yes, we get 5 value. Amazon LLC. So your company name Amazon LLC. And 46. We're getting 46. Yes, what is the label name? Label name is this. And under 46 we're getting value. No, we are not getting value. We're getting value for 46.3, 46.6. And what is the value? Value is yes and yes. So that's why those values are coming like this way. So that's how we have done input to output mapping based on the input criteria. We have a label structure and label mapping, number and name mapping, and we have an input where the label number and label value mapping. So based on this structure, we created this output. We will meet you soon in our next video. Bye.